We have heard that we are in the midst of a holy war. I don't think that we are in the midst of a holy war. I think that we've been in a holy war for thousands of years. I will explain why. It has everything to do with the end of times. So the holy war means, as Prince once said it,
there is a war going on, the battlefields in the mind, and the prize is the soul.
That means that somebody is trying to keep your soul in this dimension. And if you lose, you will remain in this dimension until the end of time. The end of time meaning that time ends. The end of times that everybody speaks about in this time is that time is running out. The conduit or the means we have to reach the fifth dimension is being destroyed. This means the pineal gland is being destroyed. And it's been happening for thousands of years. But right now it's coming to the point that it will become completely useless. In October of 2002, right after the September 11 attacks, about a year after, there was a crop formation that appeared near Winchester, England. It is known as the Crabwood Formation, and it's this one you're seeing here. I think it's the most elaborate crop formation ever, because it's printed like if it was printed like in a printing paper. And in case you think that this could be done by humans, just consider that none of the crops died while they print this. This is printed by technology that we do not have access to. And the message comes directly from benevolent beings from outer space. And let's decode this message. First of all, let's look at the three dots besides our being. Well, the first thing that pops up is that being that is obviously a very smart being because of the size of his head. These are what we call the grays. And we can see here the Orion's belt. Orion's belt, the constellation, has millions of stars, billions of stars probably. So I think he's saying that he comes from there. And he has a disc with a Morse code in it. It's in English, the Morse code. And what it talks about is extremely interesting. So let's see what the disc says. It says, beware of the bearers of false gifts and their broken promises. They are obviously referring to our politicians, and that's every politician in the world that is within the system. They are the masters, our politicians, they are the masters of broken promises and false gifts. And then they says, much pain, but still time. Believe. There is good out there, which means we are good. So he's a benevolent being. It is the benevolent message. And we oppose deception. Who is the master of deception? Well, going back to the politicians and whoever is on top of them, deception is their middle word, I think. And the most important part of the message is the end of the message, which says conduit closing. That's the most important part of the message because it refers to the pineal gland. The pineal gland is our conduit to the fifth dimension, which is a dimension of benevolence and love. And that conduit is closing. That's the message that this crop formation, that is obviously from an alien race, that is what it's telling us. So, what is the holy war? It is a war for your soul. The ultimate conspiracy. is that we are cattle. We are cattle of a species that's not even human. They feed on our emotions, our negative emotions, our fears, our jealousy, our anger, our frustration, anxiety, all those feed them. So they don't want us to go to the fifth dimension because they need that energy. So what they do is they're trying to keep us here in this third dimension even after we die. And how are they doing that? That's when the devil comes. So if humanity is fighting a spiritual war, who is our adversary? Of course, if this is a spiritual war, the main character who is attacking us would be Satan, the devil, Lucifer, Enki. He has many names, but he's not alone. He's at the top of this group of beings. There are our adversaries, but he's not alone by any means. He has an army of demonic creatures. And who are they? Where do they hide? Well, actually, they are right in front of us, occupying every position of power in our planet. They are the governments, they are the celebrities, they are the royalty. Everybody that has some sort of influence on humanity is either one of them or is possessed by them. Some of the influencers, like celebrities, some of them might be human, but they have to make a pact with these beings and worship them. And of course, work according to their own agenda. But when they are human, they tend to become crazy. Examples of this would be Jim Carrey or Kanye West. I think they both are human, and that's why they both went crazy. But the thing is that anyone that does not work, when anyone in a position of power that is not working on their agenda will get removed, eliminated, killed, or simply vanished.
¿Cómo quiere que el mundo recuerde a Hugo Chávez?
Dos palabras, dos que son un hombre. Un hombre, es lo que soy, eso sí, hombre humano, pues. Hombre humano, porque hay seres humanos que no tienen forma humana, pero no son, yo soy un humano.
These demons, we'll call them that, they hide with a cloak, some sort of cloak like covers their body and their physical appearance. And sometimes this technology is not available to humans, of course, but this technology sometimes fails. And also, cameras sometimes can see what the eyes cannot. Like this Barack Obama's bodyguard that you can see here, he probably was not visible like this to everybody who was there, because nobody is scared. Like, I think that anybody who would see him, he would run away. And the cameras, of course, caught him as it is. As it is. I didn't say him, I say it. Because demons are beasts. They are not even human. They've seen, there's another example of another demonic creature in London Olympics. You can see that nobody is aware of him. Of course, the camera can see what the human eyes cannot. In this case, it's completely visible. And there are many cases like this where they fail. This creature here is right behind Vladimir Putin. Look at the eyes of this girl to the left, but behind her, there is this creature that it's a typical demon. It's not particularly a reptilian, but he's a demon. That's all I can describe. And of course, the camera can see again what the human eyes cannot, probably. Because if this could be visible with the naked eye, I think that he would scare many people. And this goes on for everyone. Like, everyone that is in power has this cloaking mechanism, which is fails regularly. Look at his ears. They're pointy like Dr. Spock. Now, news anchors, they are basically all the American news anchors that I've seen. They are sort of reptiles. I will show more. But look at the neck of this woman. Does this look natural to you? Of course not. Oh, and also players. Look at the hand of this man. It stretches as and then he, of course, he felt about it because he hit it. And then there's the Queen of England, who once her disguise or her cloak failed, and she had to put a letter later that was later deleted, saying that she was the queen and that she was not human, because thousands of people saw her transform. They later took down that statement from their website, but not before many people took screenshots of it. And that's the one you just saw. You know, the most common example I've seen of their cloaking mechanism fail is in the eyes. I think that's the most thing that fails on the, because there are many examples on the internet. Oh, and this one failed completely. This man practically transforms into a reptile. This is called reptile dysfunction. I think this is one of the most obvious cloaking mechanism failures I've seen. It's impossible to fake this one. And there's another fail that I've seen in several celebrities. Like this wrestlers right here, it looks like a hologram that failed. This type of fail is apparently, they can see it with the naked eye, and that's why he knew he was failing, and he quickly hid away from the camera. And here's another example of the camera catching what the naked eye cannot see. This is twice the spook, because these are demons and teenagers. And I saved the funniest for last. Check out this lizard
What
anchor.
really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death? The fuck is that?
Look at everything that's happening here, and it happens in an instant. First, he swallows a grasshopper, and his friend tries to pull away the camera, not to give him up. And then the lizard fakes like he did not like it. So now you know who your adversaries are, where to find them, how to spot them, and how they hide. Now it's time to know how they attack you.